Welcome to the jungle, everyone. I'm Kyle Phelps, and this week's show is bigger, louder, and meaner than ever before. If you love football and you're not subscribed yet, then what are you even doing with your life? Seriously, fix it before your friends clown you for missing out on this shit. We've got all the chaos, all the takes, all the pain and suffering recaps that you motherfuckers like. Buckle up, because it's time for your weekly dose of gridiron truth. Buffalo moves to 3-0 after outlasting the Dolphins 31-21. And look, credit where credit's due, alright? Miami was not the train wreck that we all penciled in initially. They went toe-to-toe for 3 quarters with arguably the best team in football right now, and they looked like they might actually end up stealing one. And then Tua... What was that again? What was it? He... Turndaballova. Buffalo, y'all are looking real good to start the season, so I think you've earned the right to be cocky at this point, right? Miami, I mean, if you're not already panicking, I think it's a good time to start. Jacksonville wins an ugly one this week, 17-10. The football equivalent of the way that my son eats vegetables. Trevor Lawrence, with that putrid interception in the fourth, I didn't even know what to say to him at that point. This dude straight up walks back out there on the next drive, acting like nothing happened. He's like, oh yeah, I'm ready to go, I got a short memory. And then he almost does it again at midfield, and the interception gets dropped, but it doesn't matter because it's 4th down. And Texans, y'all really might need to start panicking if you can't win that game. The Jags, I wouldn't get cocky because that's a sloppy 2-1 so far. So the Commanders thumped the Raiders 41-24 this week. Debo sets it up with a 69-yard return. Nice. Jalen Lane houses a punt, but did you notice how much of that was on special teams? Like, I mean, let's not kid ourselves. It's the Raiders. Last week, the Packers dragged these guys, man. I mean, you're relying on Mariota running straight into Dan Quinn's face. I know if I'm a Commanders fan, I'm not feeling cocky for sure. The Raiders, though, it's not looking great for the Raiders right now. Carolina won 30-0 over the Falcons, and Penix starts sailing moonballs until a pick gets housed by, Chow Smith-Wade, who I totally, honestly had to look up before I filmed this because I had no idea who that guy was beforehand. Panthers, you guys can officially move out of panic mode, and then the Falcons... Yikes, dude. It's like, I'd at least know where that panic button is, just for comfort. The Chargers edged the Broncos 23-20 on a dicker walk-off. Herbert got beat up all night and even tossed a red zone interception, but Keenan Allen, the prodigal son, bailed him out late, and the kicker iced it. For Denver, I think Brandon Perna said it best. Boverthrow, Boverthrow, Boverthrow! The Chargers, I mean, I can't believe I'm saying this, honestly, on my show, but I think y'all can kind of feel a little bit cocky now. But as for the Broncos, man, don't panic yet. You can save that for next week when Jake Browning takes out his frustrations on you. And also to you, Perna, for cursing Joe Burrow last week. Mikey, I'm sorry, buddy. This one was a funeral. Seattle hit you with JSN. Then Troy Horton takes a punt 95 yards to the house, and Kenneth Walker in twice before halftime. And hey... Sam Darnold looked pretty good. Seahawks, you get to feel good after this one, guys. I wouldn't get too cocky, but that's 2 really solid wins in a row. And for the Saints, I think it is panic time, though. I'm sorry, I just do not see a path forward right now. It's gonna be rough this year. The Bears made a statement in Soldier Field this week, beating the Cowboys 31-14 after an absolute clinic by Caleb Williams of all people. And the Cowboys just honestly was brutal, man. Even Joe Milton had to get in there for interception just to keep up with Dak. And Bears fans, don't get too excited yet, at least you can rest assured that you don't have to live in perpetual panic mode anymore, right? As for the Cowboys, the run defense looked pretty good. Isn't that what you guys have been, saying was going to propel you to the Super Bowl this year? Thank God you don't have to deal with that headache, Mike. The 49ers survived 16-15 on an Eddie Pinheiro walk-off. As you should expect, CMC did the dirty work, and Ricky Pearsall bailed them out when they needed it the most. Arizona really tried there, man. They just couldn't close at the end of the game. So the Niners, I wouldn't get too cocky. Nick Bosa's out for the season too with a torn ACL. Trust me, I know what it's like to win a game and feel like you lost just because your most important player got injured. For the Cardinals, I think this is proof that y'all need to stay down here on Earth. The Browns stole one this week in an absolute insane game that nobody saw coming, and frankly made me feel a little bit better, not much, about the fact that the Bengals have to play the Packers in 2 weeks. Really solid defense all day until Delpit broke it open, baiting Jordan Love for a back-breaking interception. Anyway, Packers, it was a bad game, but y'all panicked enough when Micah Parsons got nicked up a little bit. The Browns, you guys just live in a perpetual state of panic. You beat the Packers, but why stop now, Bring it on home. Have I told you guys how much that I fucking hate the Pittsburgh Steelers? This fucking man, Aaron Rodgers, hits Calvin Austin late for the go-ahead haymaker every time that I thought New England had a chance. Boom! Steelers, I hate to say it, but you guys should be cautiously optimistic. But for the Patriots, if it wasn't for a classic Tua pick late at the end of last week, y'all would be 0-3 right now. I'd be getting ready to panic if you're not already there yet. Holy shit, Rams. First of all, that block return touchdown feels painful, but honestly, the good news is for fantasy owners, A.J. Brown looks relevant for fantasy purposes again. Right after I benched him! Anyway, Eagles, I don't have to tell you guys that you get to be cocky, right? You're Super Bowl champions. You're 3-0 now, and you look like you've got the old gods on your side at this point. Rams, you guys just got to brush this one off, because you're one blocked field goal away from being 3-0, so I wouldn't worry about it just yet. The New York Jets looked like they were going to steal this one too after they blocked what should have been the nail-in-the-coffin field goal, and they let Baker Mayfield march right back down the field, which is like 2 weeks in a row that he's done that now. If you're a Bucs fan, it's an ugly 3-0, guys, but it's still 3-0 nonetheless. So, you can follow your fearless leader with his particular brand of cockiness for now. But the Jets, though, they're fucking 0-3. I think it's definitely time to panic. We rounded things out on Monday Night Football this week, and God, I loved this game. Not only because Detroit is typically the team that blows these types of games, but also because this week it was the Baltimore Ravens who had to pay the blood price to the sun god Amon-Ra St. Brown, who made sure that the Ravens never had the lead again this week after his third quarter touchdown. Lions, you guys get to be cocky this week. Ravens, you're 1-2, and you're fueled by vibes, and I'm tired of pretending that you're not. I'm not saying it's panic time, but perhaps it's self-reflection time. Okay. Alright. I don't want to talk about it. Pain. That's all this Bengals-Vikings game was, from my perspective as a Bengals fan. It's 48-10. It was a complete humiliation. The only upside is I was compensated for my pain and suffering when I realized that I still had leftover free bets, apparently, at halftime, and I put it all on the Vikings covering the spread because it was just already that bad. This was a massacre. Isaiah Rodgers alone literally scored more points than the entire Bengals team did all game. The only solace for Bengals fans was that we're still 2-1, so it's not exactly reason to panic just yet. We can beat the Broncos, right? Right? Man, I don't know. But hey, you know what? At least you are now more informed on where your team stands. You're welcome. We're going to move on to our Power Rankings correspondent, Mikey, for this week's updated Power Rankings. Mikey.
What it do, man? Welcome to the Week 3 Power Rankings edition, where these are the only Power Rankings you need to listen to. Alright, let's, and don't forget to believe, unless you're a Saints fan, because everything's doom and gloom over here. Number 10. We're going to bring you to Seattle, Washington. Seattle Seahawks laid out a beatdown of the New Orleans Saints, where the Saints forgot to even show up. But I'm not going to put the Seahawks too high in the top 10 because it is the Saints that we're talking about. They're definitely good enough to be in the top 10. I mean, last week you scored 30 points and Steelers. This week you scored 40 points against the Saints. And if the offense keeps going up, your ranking could potentially go up. But I'm going to keep you at 10 for now, and we're going to see where that takes you. At number 9, we got the Detroit Lions playing right now, and they're currently playing like a top 10 team as David Montgomery just scored another touchdown.
Let's go.
They got 2 scores against the Ravens. So, yeah, that game's pretty much over. So, Ravens, y'all lucky that I did not know y'all were going to lose, or else y'all would probably not even be in the top 10 right now.
Bird asses.
Yeah, Lions, they're number 10. They're definitely going up after mollywopping the Ravens, basically. Like, the score, even though it says 37-24, it's really like 37-10, to be honest. I don't know how they got 24 points, but don't take too much stock in that. Lions, you're probably y'all might be in the top 5 next week, depending on if y'all win your next game. Because if y'all lose next week, you still might be in the top 10, but you're not going to be in the top 5. And number 8, we got the Green Bay Packers, who were my number 1 team last week. But then they decided that they were going to score 10 points against the Cleveland Browns and lose that game. Now, I didn't drop them all the way out the top 10 because, weeks 1 and weeks 2, you looked pretty good and you looked good enough to be the number 1 team. And now, if you would have got blown out by the Browns, then y'all would not be here.
I'm going to interrupt you for a second. They were number 1 last week. They lose 1 game to a team with a really good defense, and you drop them 7 spots. Under the Jacksonville Jaguars.
They played better.
This week.
They played better the first 3 games. They played good the first 3 weeks.
Continue.
Okay, Packers, the reason I dropped them is because it was against the Browns. Now, if this was against, the freaking Eagles or the Rams or even the Colts, I wouldn't have dropped them that far. But it's against the Cleveland Browns, who freaking looked like donkey crap last week. And in week 1, the only reason that was a close game was because they were playing the Bengals. No offense, but that's the week 1 Bengals for you.
This is why changing overreacting every week doesn't make any sense.
I still put them in the top 10, didn't I?
That's not... Okay, just keep going.
Okay, man. Well, and now at number 7, you got the Jacksonville Jaguars, all right? I think that defense and that offense works well together. Now, did they have a slow start? Yes, but unlike the Packers, they were able to finish their game with a win. And last week, they should have beat Bengals, but, they didn't. But then also in week 1, I forgot who they played. We won by. I know they won that game. That's all I know. But Jaguars, hey man, I think they're the top 10 team. Okay. At number 6, man. Got next number 5. Okay, fine.
No, you have to talk about it. You have to talk about it. Why? At least it's not the Falcons.
Yeah, that's true. Number 6, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I wasn't gonna put them there, but they're 3-0. They're winning the NFC South right now, which I know isn't something to be proud of, but something. They're 3-0. They're undefeated. They have not lost a game yet, even though realistically they should be 2-1 if the Texans had a brain cell. But, 3-0. They barely beat Tyrod Taylor, but the only reason you're in the top 10 is because you're 3-0, and I'm going to treat you like a 3-0 team until you give me a reason not to. Number 5, we got the LA Chargers. The Chargers, they had a little scare against Denver, but they were able to pull it out in the end. Their defense looked iffy a part of the game, but they were able to get it together at the end. So yeah, Chargers, y'all top 5 team in my eyes. Number 4, I got the Indianapolis Colts. Now, bro, 3 weeks ago, if you told me I would have the Colts in top 5, I would have been like, look, I know I'm crazy, but I ain't that crazy. But oh my gosh, man, they just scored 41 points against the first. I understand it's the Titans, but you don't score 41 points on accident. It's like, dang, that's how y'all feel it?
Yeah, but it is the Titans.
I understand that. But first, you blow out the Dolphins. I understand it's the Dolphins. But then week 2, you have a good game against Denver. And I understand it was kind of a Mickey Mouse game, but you end up winning that game. And then you beat the shoot out of the Tennessee Titans. But anyways, Colts. They're 3-0. And I said this with Tampa Bay. I'm treating them like a 3-0 team. So they're number 4. Number 3, I had the Baltimore Ravens. not no more. But yeah, the Ravens going into this game, I thought they actually were going to win. But they're like, no, let's get 30 points dropped on our heads. So I really got nothing good to say about the Ravens. Like, yeah, Mark Andrews, yeah, he was pretty good today. But Derrick Henry be fumbling the ball. And I know when you see this, it'll be on Thursday. So, yeah, I mean, this game's already happened. But, yeah, the Ravens, they sucked through 3 days ago as the time you're seeing this video, if you're seeing it when it comes out.
Yeah, it's because the Ravens suck. Rat bird asses.
That is true. Maybe it's just the bird teams other than Seattle. Buffalo Bills, they're number 2 as they are 4-0. And before you're like, they're only 3-0. No, they're 4-0. Because did you not see who they played this week? What if we win? It's like...
Will the Saints be number 1 next week?
No. Shut your mouth. The Saints, I will say this, though. If they win, yeah, we'll bump them up. But they might be at, like, maybe number 22. And then the number 1 team is the Philadelphia Eagles. They just beat a playoff caliber team in Los Angeles Rams. And the first 2 weeks, they had some good games against the Dallas Cowboys. I understand the Cowboys ain't really that good, but it's an NFC East team. They beat the Chiefs last week. I understand the Chiefs are off to a slow start, but, it's something.
Other than your top 10, in general, I think your rankings are actually pretty decent right now. I think I'd knock the 49ers down because of losing Nick Bosa. Like, not because of results, but just like you lost Nick Bosa. Like, and that just sucks, but it is what it is, But I do have one bone to pick with you, and you know what it is. You know what you did. This motherfucker, y'all. I know we just got blown out by the Vikings. I get it, but we had us at number 7 last week, and you got us at number 20 now. Well, what did you like? And I was getting on you last week about keeping us at 7.
Every week, this man has a problem.
I believe in you to get it right one day, Mike.
What? You want me to put you on like number 12 for losing by 38 points to Carson Wentz? You didn't lose to their starter.
I mean, I'm not saying you're like way off, but like I'd put him at like 16 or something like that. Like,
man, you crying over 4 spots?
I just think 20 is a little disrespectful to the talent.
You need to be a little bit generous.
I think you deserve to be at 32. Like, let's be honest.
Okay. You're lucky. Hey, you're lucky I put you at 20. I was thinking about putting you down more.
You're telling me that the number 1 team in the AFC North, don't forget, is the 20th best team in the NFL.
It's week 3.
Shut up. Real quick though, give us like now that the final is over, this Monday night game is over. 38-30, Lions beat the Ravens. Go ahead and give us your updated rankings.
So yeah, I would probably put the Lions. I would probably put them at 4, to be honest with you, which would bump everybody down 1. And the Ravens, I don't know, maybe number 12.
So okay, so this is where, like, first of all, that makes me very happy. Haha, fuck you, Ravens.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I would keep them in the top 10, but they're on thin ice. I mean, week 1, you choke on your spit against the Bills. Last week, you blew out the Browns. I mean, I was going to say the Browns, but they did just beat the Packers. And then this week, you choke on your spit again against the Lions. Like, because Derrick Henry decided he's going to be a charity giver and just giving the ball out for free, apparently, because this man can't hold up to the ball to save this man's life.
All right, well, there it is, I guess. I told y'all how I feel about it, but now it's up to you. Tell us all how you feel about it in the comments. And Mikey, any last words before they rip you apart?
Man, I just want to let you know we're both basement buddies.
We are the number 1 team in the AFC North.
For now.
Forever.
Okay. Okay, so, man, Carson Wentz, where would you put Carson Wentz? Is he like number 5? Like number 5 quarterback in the NFL? Number 4? Where would you put him in the top 5? He
might be the best quarterback on the Vikings.
Nah, Sam, like, what?
I told you we have problems with backups.
Yeah, and you weren't lying.
Exactly.
I mean, hey, we had a problem with the guy that sees ghosts for a living, so I don't know what you want from me either. So.
All right, well, there it is. I've told y'all how we feel about it, but now it's your turn. Tell us about it in the comments. For now, though, we go to our beat reporters, Nick and Jake Boskool, for a developing story. Nick, Jake, you're up.
Hello, everybody. I'm Nick. I'm Jake. And this is episode 3 of our show.
Nonsense.
Yeah, Niche Nonsense time. Mm-hmm. And this week was either really good or really bad, depending on who you are.
And that's because we're mainly talking about the Panthers versus Falcons game, which went really well for the Panthers.
Hooray, yeah.
They won 30-0 against the Falcons.
Nothing.
Yes.
Oh, no.
So, not great if you're the Falcons.
Yeah, well, if you're a Falcons fan, keep your head up because you still have one game win under your belt, which is more than, well, Mikey can say about his favorite team. And then all the other 0-3 teams out there, too.
Yeah. And as frustrating as it is to watch your team lose,
frustrating, yes.
It is important, though, that you stay optimistic.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Optimism is the key to enjoying
yes, it is.
football and everything else around you. And to help you with that, the two of us have put together a little video going over a list of sayings that you can say.
That's
so maybe even next time you watch a game, you can try one of these out and improve your viewing experience and make it fun, no matter how much your team is down by.
Right.
So please enjoy that.
Enjoy this.
Hey, that quarter was nothing more than just water under the bridge.
They should put me in the game. I would do way better.
If they can score 40 points in a single half, why can't we?
Yeah, wake me up when we turn this around.
This is all just how it's supposed to go. We give them a free turnover, they give us a free turnover. It all evens out.
If I scream loud enough, they'll miss the field goal.
Fools! We did that on purpose! Well, this was fun.
There's a lot more to football than just winning. I mean, taking the full game by a whole touchdown, where's the entertainment in that? Nah, I wanted to give the crowd a little sizzle. Am I sorry we lost the starting quarterback? No, I'm not, because we're the best team ever.
We're, working with what we got. Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor?
Hey, you know, our last Super Bowl run wasn't very pretty either.
If they can score 50 points in a single half, so can we.
I'm just gearing up for the greatest comeback of all time.
You know, we're just giving them a chance, you know? Just gotta make it fair. Yo, keep your chin up. I got a good feeling about this next play, dude.
Hey, check this out.
You see, what they don't know is that we planned this from the beginning. It's all to lull them into a false sense of security. That's what's up. Win, damn it! If they can score 65 points in a single half, we can sure as heck try.
This is a dream. I did not see that. I literally did not see that happen. I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna wake up from this, because that did not happen. I literally did not see that. I literally did not see that with my eyes just now. No, that did not happen. I'm gonna...
Hey, all we need is that one good pass. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little video that we made.
Hope you found it useful.
Yes, it's going to be very useful and very informative and very helpful to your success on game day.
That definitely.
And speaking of game day, it is time for our predictions.
Yes, predictions for week 4.
Yeah,
our first prediction is that there will be 0 losers.
That's right.
Everyone will win. Everyone will win in week 4.
I like that idea.
Yes.
I like that way of thinking. And you know what? Every injured player is going to magically heal overnight.
Yes.
And then tomorrow morning,
everyone will just heal overnight. It'll be awesome.
Go.
Yes. No more injuries.
That's good to know.
Yes. And then our final prediction.
Yeah.
Is that news will come out that it will be scientifically proven that throwing goldfish at the TV is going to increase your team's chance of success.
Yeah, throwing goldfish.
Very likely.
Very likely.
Yes.
Very possible. You're going to see it's going to be all over the news, and everyone's going to be excited about
it. Absolutely. That's all the time we have for this week.
See you guys.
See ya.